correct way to date women when you're in your 30s. You're in your 30s, right? And maybe you've noticed dating just hits different now. It's not like your 20s where you could swipe right, toss on a hoodie, and wing it. Nope, things are changing. Women are changing, and so are their expectations. This means you can't afford to be playing the same game from your 20s. It's time for an upgrade. You're out there sending the same old texts, using the same lame lines, and hoping for the best. But fellas, the truth is, dating in your 30s isn't just about attraction anymore. It's about strategy. Play it wrong, and you'll be kicked out before the game even starts. Jessica is here. Welcome to the channel. Let's jump right in, shall we? Get this, women aren't looking for the same things anymore. When you hit 30, a lot of women you meet won't be playing around anymore. They're not just looking for a cute guy with a good haircut and a gym membership. Nope, they're checking out things you probably don't even realize are on their radar. Because the truth is, they've been through it. You know, they've dated the flaky guys, they've dated the non-committal guys, the party boys who can't plan beyond next weekend. I mean, they've dealt with the drama, and now they are pretty much done with it. They want stability. They want to know that you're not just some guy drifting through life, hoping that things magically fall into place. If you're still out here with no vision, no plan, just living for the next Friday night, you're already out of the game. The women who you're trying to date are on the lookout for emotional maturity, and that means you can handle your feelings without blowing up or going silent for days or ghosting when things get real. They want ambition. Are you chasing your goals or are you just coasting? And here's one that guys often overlook: self-awareness. Can you admit when you're going wrong, or are you still blaming everyone else for your problems? You need to show her that you've done work on yourself. You've grown, you've learned, and you've built something solid. Because these women aren't interested in being your project. They're looking for a partner who's already done the heavy lifting on themselves. These women aren't afraid to walk away if you don't meet the bar. They've had the heartbreaks, the dead-end relationships, and the let's see where it goes situations. Now they know what they want, and they're not wasting time on guys who aren't bringing their A game. Yeah, if you're still on that, look at me, I'm the man vibe, she's already mentally exiting. She's checking her watch, her phone, her mind is elsewhere. Why? Because you're not showing her anything deeper. You're still stuck on surface level stuff, and she's beyond that now. Stop the casual, start the serious. So if you're still out here in your 30s, treating dating like you did in your 20s, I've got news for you. It's not going to work. That whole keep it casual, don't commit, play it cool thing, the women you seek are done with that. That half-hearted, let's hang out text, it's not cute anymore. It's lazy. And if that's your game, you're going to get left on red every single time. These women have no patience for vague, undefined situations. They've been there, done that, and they're looking for something real right now. You don't have to propose on the first date, but you do need to come with some intention. They're not looking for a casual fling. They've had their fun, they're done with the whole, let's see where this goes thing, you know? And now they're thinking about what matters long term. So if you're coming in with that, I'm just here for a good time energy, trust me, she'll sniff it out and you'll be ghosted before you can even realize what happened. Bottom line, if you're not serious, she's not interested. You see, I'm not saying you should be talking about marriage on your second date, but what women are looking for is a guy who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to say it. That's a guy who's not afraid to plan something, to show that he's invested enough to make an effort. When you show her you're serious, that you're actually interested in getting to know her, and that you're not just out here playing games, it sets you apart from other guys. And trust me, the competition is stiff. So if you're interested, show it. No weird mind games, just be real and start being intentional. Key points, right? You want to take the lead. Women want a man who can take the lead. Plan a date, suggest something fun. Don't wait for her to do all the work. Number 2, you want to define the relationship, right? Think about it. If she's wondering where things are going, you've already lost points. Be the guy who defines the relationship. If you're seeing each other consistently, don't wait for her to bring it up. Let her know that you're actually serious about her and want to take things to the next level. How to keep her hooked without playing games. Women are attracted to men who know what they want and aren't afraid to show it. To keep her interested, you don't need to play it cool or act disinterested. You need to be authentic, you need to be clear, you need to be consistent. That's what keeps women hooked. When they know they're dealing with a guy who's genuine, not a guy who's trying to outsmart her with some game, you've won her over. Let's start with one of the most powerful yet underrated aspects of attraction, and it's consistency. You know what really turns women off? A guy who's hot one minute and cold the next. If you're showing up one day, texting her like you're interested, and then disappearing, poof, for days, just to keep her guessing, you're not being mysterious, you're just being confusing. The confusion doesn't build attraction, it builds frustration. Women want to know where they stand with you. They want a man who shows consistent interest, not someone who's flaky or unpredictable. That means if you're saying you're going to call her, call her. If you're interested, show it consistently. Don't make her guess where you stand. And here's a secret that will change your game forever. Consistency doesn't make you boring. It makes you dependable. And dependable, that's hot. Confidence without cockiness. It's not about trying to impress her with flashy stuff or acting like you're the best thing since sliced bread. True confidence comes from knowing your value without having to announce it every 5 minutes. When you walk into a room or into a date with a quiet assurance, that's what she'll pick up on. It's not about what you have, it's how you carry yourself. And here's the trick. You want to let your actions speak for her. Show her that you're confident by being present, by listening, by engaging. You don't need to list off your achievements like a resume. Instead, ask her questions. Be curious about her life. Show her that you're genuinely interested. When you're confident in yourself, you won't feel the need to dominate the conversation or to prove how amazing you are. She'll see it through your behavior. Show interest, not desperation. The key is simple. Be intentional without being clingy. Now, you don't need to bombard her with affection to show her that you care. In fact, less is often more. When you're constantly texting her or checking in every 5 minutes, you're not building attraction, you're suffocating her. Women around that age group are mostly independent or on their way towards independence. They're busy, they don't need you to hold their hand through every moment of the day. So how you strike that balance? Basically, you don't need to be overly available or clingy to prove that you like her. Just give her the room to breathe while showing her that you're interested in a meaningful way. When you show interest without becoming too intense, it keeps her intrigued. She feels valued, and she also has space to miss you. Be yourself, but be your best self. Women at this stage don't want a guy who's trying to be someone else, just trying to impress them. They want authenticity, so don't pretend to be what you think she wants. Be who you are, but make sure that you're bringing your A game. It means taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. It means being someone who's confident in your own skin and who's always striving to grow. When she sees that you're not just coasting through life, but you're actively working on yourself, it's magnetic. It shows her that you're not just there for a good time, you're there for the long haul. And that is what will keep her hooked. Own your age. Don't try to be 25 again. Guys, you're not 25 anymore. And that's a good thing. If you're still out there trying to compete with guys the decade younger, trying to act like the party guy who can keep up with every trend, let me stop you right there. You don't need to. They've already dated that guy. What they're looking for is a man who knows who he is, owns his age, and is comfortable in his skin, right? Here's the thing. By the time you hit your 30s, you've been through some stuff. You've had relationships that worked and relationships that didn't. You've built a career, learned some tough lessons, and hopefully you've grown from it all, right? Guess what? That experience is actually attractive because women are looking for a man who's been through it, learned from it, and isn't afraid to show it. When you embrace the fact that you've got experience, it sets you apart from the youngins. You're not stumbling through life anymore. You're not in that phase of figuring out. That sense of stability that you've learned from your mistakes is incredibly appealing. Women aren't looking for a guy who's still trying to find himself. They're looking for a man who's done the work and is living the purpose. Remember, younger guys are not your competition. Let me be clear. Younger guys are not your competition. They might have the energy, the fresh faces, the six packs, and all that. But what you bring to the table is more valuable. And that's what women care about. Now they're looking for something real, something that lasts. So don't get caught up in trying to compete with the youngins. Instead, lean into what makes you stand out. Your maturity, your wisdom, your ability to communicate and handle life with grace. That is what is going to set you apart. And here's the most important part. Own your life. When you're in your 30s, the women you want aren't looking for someone who's lost or aimless. They're looking for a man who's taking control of his destiny. And get this, you don't have to have it all figured out, but you need to have a direction and a purpose. Are you building something meaningful, pursuing your goals, living with intention? That's what she's going to notice. And when you own that, when you stop trying to be something that you're not and start embracing the man you've become, you'll find out that dating becomes a whole lot easier. So stop trying to be 25 again. Own where you are, because trust me, when you embrace your age, your wisdom, and everything that you've built, you become irresistible to the right woman. Let's talk about it. What's been your experience dating in your 30s? Let me know in the comments below. Catch you later.